95 laps. We'll have stage breaks at 25 and 75. That is 25 and 75. We have no faster period forward sets of tires. A few things to note: the only black flag that will be cleared past yellow due to wrecked cars and wrecking into the pits. We will not clear black flags for speeding through pits or unsafe interior exit. During the restart, let's keep the pack tightened up. Laying back to jump the start will result in a penalty. And when taking the green flag, you must maintain your line until you cross the stripe. After a yellow flag's out, you've safely made it through any wreckage. Please catch up to the pace car immediately to prevent delaying others from entering the pits. And when cycling through a green flag stops, state over the radio what your intentions are to allow others to move around you. Good luck tonight, guys. Let's have fun.
I'm sorry, Mark. Didn't mean to get loose there.
It's okay. Looks like you just got loose.
Oh, I guess Chuck, my bad.
And we're here at the Premier Series in DSI Racing Truck Series here for their second race of the playoffs here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Christian Clark, also our favorite guest speaker here, Jeff Dinda, in the booth taking care of all the fancy stuff you guys see. We're going to see Damon O'Brien. He's going to be taking care of us. Jeff, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me in the booth tonight. It's kind of crowded with three of us, but I love it.
And then Christian Clark, he's currently making sure his stuff works properly, so we're going to give him a bit of a chance. We're going to wait on introducing him, and when he's able to talk, we're going to get him in here and get his introduction. Damon's going to bring us this beautiful broadcast. Now, remember, guys, here at DSI Racing, we do broadcast in 1440 HD, so make sure you hit that little wrench in your corner, get it changed to that, so you get the best quality of our race. Damon O'Brien's going to work his magic right now. He's going to change that quality for you, and then we're going to go through the starting lineup. Jeff, you hit us with that lineup.
Sorry, technical issues. Give me just a second.
Well,
Row 1, Hunter Davis, John W. Crosby. Row 2, Justin Curtis, Mark Holloway. Row 3, we are looking at
looks like we're waiting on that change here, but Jeff's going to continue with that starting lineup for you.
Yeah, Todd Perront and Tom Ringer in row 3. Row 4, Sean Dion and Thomas Long. Row 5, Charles Connor and Jonathan Geist.
Now, one interesting thing about the starting lineup, Jeff, that I want to bring up here. We know that teams are a thing here in DES. You've got TRN, Rat Bank, Drive By Performance, Beer Run Racing. The new formed team, Rubbin Racing, has also come in. We've got a lot of different changes, but I want to point this out. It's been a while since we've seen this in the top 4. The top 4 all belong to separate groups. You've got Hunter Davis, the co-owner of TRN. You've got John Crosby, a Beer Run Racing driver. Then you've got Judson Curtis, Drive By Performance, and then the first Rat Bank driver of Mark Holloway. And then we are in the playoffs too. So these guys are battling for a championship. We're one race in. Hunter Davis locked up the first win. He's the winningest driver in the Premier Series. But I think this is going to be an interesting one. A lot of diversity in the front. A lot of people who aren't willing to help each other more than they need to. You're going to be a little nicer to a teammate, but not that. Jeff, take us to that green flag.
Here we go. We're getting ready for the green flag, and go, 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 boys. Hunter Davis got a really nice jump. John Crosby's looking to make that move on the inside. You know, you mentioned the teams, and I get it. You know, teams are very important, but for these guys in the playoffs, I think they're going to be individually running here to start this race.
Now, yeah, they'll be individually running, but the one thing you want is you want to compete against guys who are right there. And we already got a yellow. Looks like a caution back there. Let's try and take a look back here. Looks like probably Sean Dion and Brian Souza were involved. We're going to take a look back there real quick, and then we'll get back to our conversation. We're taking a look here from Charles Connor right now. Sean Dion spins, collects Jonathan Geist. Oh, it's Jonathan Geist, man. That's a killer for him. His teammate's the one leading this race, and he wanted to make sure he had a good showing. That's a guy I think is knocking on the door for a race win, his first one. So a situation like that is not something you want. Looks like he hits that bump in turn 3. He hit that bump right there, man. There's a bump right there. You can't really see it visually, but right about there, boom, there's that bump. It bounces the rear ends off the track, and it causes that.
Yeah, to me, I think the worst thing that about Bristol and one reason why do not really enjoy this track is, in that situation, there's nowhere to go. You try to go high, it's such a narrow track, you're going to get into the wall. You try to go low, same thing, you're going to hit that apron and spin yourself anyway. So right there, there's just no room to check up, nowhere to go, and the 32 ends up getting into Sean Dion.
Yeah, he couldn't really plan for that. I mean, look at how many cars were involved. You've got the 3 car, the 32, the 60 is also involved in that. A lot of guys who got collected in that. These are playoff contenders also here in the Premier Series. These are the best of DES, and having a situation like that, it's gonna hurt you.
Yeah, unfortunate for Sean there. A little slip up. And, I find myself a couple of times racing next to him, and he's a really good racer.
Yeah, he's pretty decent. Sean Dion is a strong caliber driver. He's been here as long as I've been here in DES, and I remember back in the day, he was the guy I was chasing. And so, it's always nice to race against him. But back to the top 4 again, we are cycled through 4 different teams represented in the top 4 again. Charles, Christian Clark, you know about all these guys. Why don't you give a little insight about our front 4?
Yeah, Hunter Davis. I mean, he, like you said earlier, he's the most winningest driver in our Premier Series. He's leading us in points coming into the playoffs. He already locked that in with the first win. Behind him, you got Beer Run Racing's John Crosby. He won the Legacy race tonight. He's a pretty fast driver, really consistent. He actually told me at the end of the race that coming to that checkered flag at the end of the Legacy race, he ran out of fuel as he hit the line. So, I mean, he just the awareness to know that he's going to be able to make it and the strategies there. You got Todd Perrant, Rat Fink sitting in third. Great guy, super respectful on track, and he's got some good speed at especially short tracks like this. He really excels at them. Judson Curtis, we know him. He's the one that ended up killing that winning streak of the 88. Hunter Davis, he's come in, splitting the wins with Hunter Davis, the second most winningest in Premiers, and I'm looking to see him battling up front later this evening.
Now, Jeff, as we're watching the top 4 get nose to tail, man, and you've been next to pretty much all these guys. You've raced with these guys over the last couple of weeks as you're starting to branch your legs out, getting prepared for next season. What do you got to say about this front 4 right here, right now, who are still all over each other?
Yeah, it's funny when we had to restart. Hunter had a really good jump, and oh shit!
Second place car spinning.
Sorry,
but he saves it. Continue.
Spin. Sorry for the foul language there. Hunter had a really good restart, and I was totally saying the 73 was gonna catch him, and he totally did, and had a spin there.
And that's that bump again in 3 and 4. 3 and 4, I'm telling you, there is a bump right there that if you aren't anticipating it, it's going to snap you loose. And that's going to send him back in the running order. He's all the way back down to P12. And now the front 4 is now 3 separate teams, as Ratbank has second and P4. But continue your train of thought, Jeff. You've ran with these people. You've seen how they act. You know what they're capable of. What are you thinking is going to happen as we continue on this race? Because we do have a stage break here at lap 20, I believe.
Yeah, like I said, Hunter had a really good jump. I was looking for the 73 to catch the lead, and he did, and had a little spin. But I'm looking at the 69, Todd Perrant. I think he's going to hang in there, and I think he's going to give these guys a challenge at the end.
Yeah, stage break's actually at lap 25, and I have to agree with you as Judson Curtis is already starting to peak on the inside of Hunter Davis. And, these are our 2 winningest drivers. They're trying to make their names known, but Todd Perrant is always your surprise guy. Mark Holloway is a strong-suited guy. But after Mark Holloway, we've got a large gap before Thomas Long and then Charles Connors. So this is an interesting one. If you're in this 25-lap stint, Christian or Jeff, you can answer this. What is your aim from lap 1 to lap 25 of that stage break? What are you trying to do in this first stage?
For me, that's that first stage break, 25 laps at a track like this, cool track temps. Tires are not going to be an issue here. Grip not going to be an issue here. As long as you hit these turns right, all these spins that we're seeing, there are divots. The elevation drops coming into the turn, and then it goes back up coming out of the turn. So that's where we're going to see most of our incidents start. It might look like, these guys get loose in the middle of the turn, but it actually starts usually at the beginning. So for me, that first 25, I'm going to push it. I'm going to try and gain as much position as I can, try and maximize my stage points, especially with it being playoffs. And then I might just ride it out and try to hold what I have for the second stage.
Now, they do only have 4 more sets of tires, but this is only 195 laps, so 50-50, 50-50, pretty much. It's 50-50, 50-45 is your distance you can do on the tires already. So I'm thinking that that's probably what they're going to do. I think the 35 might be pushing his material a little too hard. I mean, look at him. He's getting kicked out a little bit there, while Hunter Davis is just continuing in his smooth running on that high line. I try to work with Hunter as we go into the stage break. The stage break is going to be won by Hunter Davis. I try to work with him, but his smoothness is just next level, man.
Yeah, and 50-50, I think we're going to have a 50-50 take a set of tires and maybe 50% don't. I would probably stay out here if I was in the back of the pack.
Pace car center and back. Pace car center and back.
I think I would stay out if I was in the front, but we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll revisit you guys after here and see if there's any shake-up in the pit road.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about the
trust these
potential
studies.
impact on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him. Is it Bob?
No, he doesn't need sunscreen or anything. He just gets softer as he warms up.
Bob, you're leaking.
Bob can't play. If he gets hit, he'll dent.
Don't let plastic end up in landfills. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
What the hell was that?
That's the new commercial for plastic. We think if we humanize plastic, people won't think it's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just felt bad for it.
Marketing approved that?
No, we fired marketing.
I feel like it's missing action.
Yeah, maybe there could be like a chase or a shootout.
Explosions.
Maybe the Matrix thing.
Maybe his plastic gets stronger as he gets older.
Maybe he gets revenge, to the people that were mean to him.
He's got a gun!
Who?
Bob from marketing!
Cover me, I'll get to the side.
I can't believe this is happening.
Here they come.
Get down, get down!
It's Bob from marketing.
Get down! Watch out!
We're hit.
Oh, hell yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. So that whole first half was like an origin story, right?
Should we greenlight it? Yes, but not for TV. Put it on social media
Where it can go viral.
Welcome back, everybody. Going green here. Looks like we have a couple people decided to go down pit road while we were away. Nobody got tires. It was just some people looked like they were doing some damage control there, getting a little bit of repairs on their vehicles, and we're back to racing. We got Hunter Davis leading the pack again. We got the 69 of Todd Bront watch him. He carries some good speed on these short tracks, so I'm going to watch him run up front, get as many stage points as he can here. Just like we seen last week, he was able to get 2 stage wins, get a whole bunch of points, and I think that he's trying to do the same thing here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter got a really good jump there, and that, Todd Perron, it's kind of the guy to watch for me.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, we've got so many good drivers out here tonight. My favorite driver, the 5 of Brandon Hinton. He went inside the pits, got some damage repaired, did not take tires, came back out. He was in P10. He's now sitting in 11th, but I don't think he's going to be staying back there long. I think he might be just trying to bide his time, stay out of a whole bunch of contact. We're going to see him go into the pits every time a caution comes out, try to get a bunch of the damage repaired, probably take tires the next time as the 23 of Thomas Long scrapes the wall there a little bit, going to scrub a little bit of speed. But I think Brandon Hinton, he's going to bide his time, hang out, and then we'll see him up at the front by the end of the race. The 35, yeah. Judson Curtis is making a move going low on the 88 there.
Yeah, it looked like Judson's going to lead this lap, and they're battling neck to neck.
Yeah, for me, I cannot figure out how to pass on the bottom. Once I get down there, I get stuck. So unless I'm able to get back up to the top, I'm going to end up losing a lot of time. Judson, he's able to figure out each line on all of these tracks, and he's able to push that truck to its limits no matter where he's at. So he's not really losing speed. He's not gaining any ground, but he's not letting the 88 just run away with it.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, Judson's running the 35 car. Tonight, Tyler Tomasi ran the 35 car in his premier debut for Xfinity Racing. Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. He ran Iowa Speedway with the Xfinity guys out there. I am away, so I was unable to watch the race. I'm sure he did pretty good. It's awesome to see that he was able to get out there and run some laps with those guys in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. He finished a few laps down. I mean, probably an underfunded team. For him to make that debut is pretty awesome. For us, he has run 3, 2, 2, and 1. So that's eight races for us this season. And he had 4 truck starts this year, 2 truck starts last year, and he made his first Xfinity debut today.
Yeah, it's awesome to see that, somebody that has been running in the league, a guy that we actually, know, communicate with, race with, and everything, gets out there and is living the dream. And I'm excited to see him grow in the real life racing side. With the Xfinity race, he's done a couple of the truck races. I'm sure he's going to have more to come, and I can't wait to see him land that full-time spot and watch him just start battling up and moving up in the ranks.
And speaking of that, Joey Gase Racing is the team that he was with in that 35. They're a small team, but they are good people to be around. So to see him go out there and be able to run laps and give them feedback to help improve their program, that's going to help Tomasi a lot in his career. He's, you want to be that guy who gives good feedback to their team. I mean, just look at some of the guys who've done that. Eric Almirola, Alex Bowman, they're great feedback guys. And that helped them progress into a larger scale in the racing series. So great job on him today. I watched that race. I was really happy to know that I've raced that guy. And I've passed him 1 time out of the 100 times he's passed me. So it was great to see that.
Absolutely. I passed him once when he was wrecked and damaged. But, it's a credit to the league. We have a guy who is racing part-time trucks, now part-time Xfinity. He comes into our league, and there's something to say for that because he knows he's racing some pretty good guys in our league, and shout out to the guys in our league that giving him a pretty good test for his pro racing.
And we gotta call it as it is. The entire top 5 of this race have finished in front of him before, but have also lost to him before. So that's a testament for that top 5. As you see, they're starting to really square together. Judson Curtis is checking out to almost a second lead, but the guys behind him, they're no slouches either. They're all there and they're all ready for a good race.
Absolutely, and I think the reason he races with our league is there's some really good drivers in our league, and I'm not going to give any specific shout-outs, but I think we all know who they are. But he's coming here to compete, to learn, and the races he is not winning. There's some unfortunate incidents that happen in any race, but like I said, shout out to the guys in our league.
I think you hit the nail right on the head there, Jeff, as we're continuing to watch these guys go around. I think you hit it right on the head. He comes here because there's guys who can consecutively run up front. There's guys who sometimes are up front, and there's guys who randomly appear up front. There's so many disciplines: aggressive drivers, cautious drivers, fuel managed drivers, all these things. And yes, this is a simulator, but this is a simulator real life NASCAR drivers use to help themselves get better too. And he's out here racing with the most wildest bunch of people. We're not all the same. And we are all very different. So he gets to learn multiple aspects that help him progress his racing career.
Absolutely. Like I said, he had 8 races with us in this current season, and in the playoffs he may not qualify, but he had 4 races this year with the trucks, 2 last year in his debut, and now he broke into the Xfinity class.
Just not trying to just abruptly change the subject on you guys, but look at the time between Judson Curtis and Hunter Davis. Hunter Davis has 2 drivers who have been behind him the whole time, not giving him any breathing room, and they've still managed to catch up and close that second gap to a 5 6/10 gap on Judson Curtis. Do you think that these guys are just staying consistent or gaining speed, or do you think that Judson Curtis might be in a little bit of trouble with tire wear?
No, absolutely. I mean, Hunter has been leading some laps here, and Tom Pront's kind of my shadow Dark Knight to win this race. But yeah, these guys are saving, but at the same time, they're competing.
And I have to say, in my opinion, is if we look at the first stage, Hunter Davis, his car was very secure. He wasn't kicking it out, anything like that. But Judson was. So I think maybe Hunter is getting more speed out of the car in a smoother line versus Judson, who has to push it to a much higher caliber in order to hold on to it. So it's an interesting shakeup, and I would love to see how their 2 strategies play out.
Stage break coming at lap 75. And, Tom Ringer is kind of sneaky there in P4. And the first time I saw Tom race, I thought, Tom Ringer, is that an alias for someone else? Because he's really a good racer.
Tom Ringer used to have, I believe it was his son who used to race in here too for a little bit, Randy Ringer. So, he's really good at what he does, because even his son was crazy fast. It's same how your situation is, Jeff. You're really fast, but more cautious, while your son is fast, a little more reckless. And, and it's kind of the same situation that they had too. So that just leans on him a little bit more, that he has a bit more understanding of how to get around tracks. And as you see, he's up there with his teammates side by side with him as 3 cars are chasing down Judson Curtis.
Yeah, absolutely. If I ever learn how to race like Max in the crazy style, you guys will not like it, but I'll stay cautious for a while.
Yeah, I might punt you into a wall. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But
and if you do, that's okay.
Yeah, no. But as we look here again towards our front group, they're all separated by 0.5 of a second, our top four. They're all right there. But here's where the issue comes in, right? Judson's running that high line. If Hunter Davis tries to go down low on him, he runs the risk of losing momentum. Now, if he loses momentum, that's going to allow the 69 or the 68 to get there and take that position from him potentially. So there's a lot of decisions that have to be made right now in these top four groups.
Absolutely, and I think these top four are going to stay in their place, catch us yellow, and get some fresh tires.
And, Judson Curtis scraping that wall a little bit more. That's something Hunter Davis kind of wants to see. Now, here's the thing. When we go to caution, if these guys come out 1-2, the outside line seems to be the better preferred line. So he might sail it on him to take the race lead. So I think Hunter Davis's main point right now is to maintain that lead. But Todd Perrant wasn't making it easy, but got loose right as the caution came out. That's going to allow the 88 to maintain P2.
Yeah, that bringing us to the end of our stage break right there. We have Judson Curtis, Hunter Davis, Todd Perrant, Tom Ringer, and John Crosby, our top five. We're going to go to a quick commercial break while these guys go in, get some new shoes, get some new fuel, and we'll be right back.
Anybody home? In here. Whoa, Jenny, is your sister home?
No. But I'm here.
Congratulations. You passed the test.
A test?
I put my sister up to it.
Oh, Jake, you do love me.
You're not the same when you smoke. And I miss my friend. I'll be outside.
Burrito run! Who's in? I want to hear that.
You don't have to literally run.
They're eggs on weed, and we all agree they've got no idea where this is going to lead.
I know what they say, but there are benefits to driving high.
Yeah, like focus benefits.
We're keeping it safe.
Wait. We're
And we're back, about to go green flag. Hunter Davis looking to get a nice sail around the outside. Looks like he actually beats him to the line. I hope that's not going to be a black flag right there. You cannot beat the leader back to the line, but that jump was insane. Look at him carrying that speed. I don't think I'm seeing a black flag. He hasn't said anything at all, so he might be good. Judson might have launched and then spun, which will allow the second place car to beat him to the line. But as you see, he's got there as John Crosby also launches himself into the P3 position. So huge shakeup in the front.
Absolutely. Hunter had a great jump and no black flag, so congrats to him. Judson Curtis really close behind, and John Crosby's right on his tail.
Yeah,
These guys are
the deal with that is, unlike the regular start to the race, as soon as that P1 car, the Judson Curtis, takes off inside that restart zone, that will bring out the green flag. So it does not matter at that point if the 88 is able to get a better jump off the line. Maybe he was shifting better. Maybe the 35 spun a little bit, beating him to that start finish line. He shouldn't get a black flag as long as that 35 initially jumped. So I think that's what we've seen happen there.
As we've got a
Absolutely.
battle for the lead right now. Look at this. 35 has pulled up back up to him. I'm going to let you continue your train of thought there, Jeff, but I just wanted to point out that he did get there to him.
No, just to confirm what you said, I mean, the 35 is not letting him go. He's falling behind 3/10, but he is looking to make a pass.
And we've got a group of the top 4 right there. I mean, they're a little over a second above P5, and look at them. They're all right there, but P5 is now under threat. Jonathan Geist is spinning on the inside. Is he going to save it? He does. Gathers it back up. And, man, we got to talk about the 32 of Jonathan Geist real quick, okay? Amazing driver, but little mistakes like this are what keeps him from being towards the front. Yes, he saved it. Yes, he did what he needed to do. But as we're looking at this replay right now, look at that. He just hit that bump. Just a miscalculation. And that's what keeps him out of that victory lane. But I think every time he does it, he's learning a bit more and more. And I think before this season ends, he'll probably have a win.
Yeah, and the 35 is looking to make a move here on the inside.
Our great producer throws up this battle for first. He only's got 2 cars in there, but there's 3 of them there. 73 is pulling up into that. 35 is off of there, but also the 67 going a lap down. He's going to have to protect himself from these guys. They're going to have to figure out a way around him, and they do it just perfectly. 67 Charles Conner pulls down low to stay out of their way. Oh,
we got a
gets
caution.
burned.
We're going to get a caution.
We'll go back here and look at our replay of that. It looks like the 67 being a lap down car, trying to stay out of the way, might have bobbled it a little bit and just kind of came into the 68. We won't really know exactly for sure until we go and look at the replay here. But unfortunate for him. Hopefully he didn't get too much damage.
And I mean, look at him. He's low, but he's kind of towards that middle lane, which is going to. And yeah, the 68 kind of comes down low, and he's just there. I mean, there's so much space to the outside, and yet that situation still happened. I don't know. I don't want to say anybody's at fault because I'm not in charge of anything like that. But I don't know. I think the 68 could have went higher and kind of chose not to.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, I find myself multiple times, a lap down. You're trying to get low, trying to get out of the way, and sometimes you get a little loose, get a little squirrely there on the inside. And, fortunately for our leaders, I don't think anyone got any damage on that.
Yeah, fortunately for our leaders, but we are going to see the 88 and the 73 stay out, but the 35 and all of them, they're on pit route. 35, 68, 69, 56, they're all on pit road. So we might see our first change here where if tires matter or not.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I know we talked earlier about 50, 50, 50, 45. I think if I was in this situation, I would have pitted there. I know it's 5 laps before that 50 that you would want to push it out, but I think the guys that pitted made the right call.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm usually in the back of the pack, and I will try to save tires and fuel. But these guys in the front, I learned my lesson. Take tires.
Here we go. Pace car is going to go down pit road. It is going to be on the leader, the 88. Looks like he got a pretty good jump. He's going to want to do everything he can to try and get to the outside here. That is going to be the faster line. He does clear the 73. Now, the 73 is going to have some momentum, so he's not really going to lose much space or time there on the 88. These guys elected not to take tires, so just about everybody behind him, minus the 23, are going to be on fresh tires.
And I personally love tire strategy, fuel strategy type races, so let's see how you guys do.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about league racing. You know, with DES, there's so many different strategies that people try to employ. There's such a large range of driving skill and experience and just, you know, everything that goes into, oh, the 23 gets into the 35 spinning. Caution does come out. That is good. There was 2 cars involved in that. The 35 was able to get out of the way, but the caution was called. We are going to line back up. These guys are going to get ready to maybe pit for these front runners. They were running a little bit slow. It might end up getting some new tires, getting topped off on fuel. Looking at a replay here, the 23 just carrying a ton of momentum there, gets into the 35, Justin Curtis, just clears him out. But, you know, 2 cars were involved in that wreck, so that's why the caution was called. And we're going to get lined back up here behind the pace car, see what these guys are going to do while we go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the action here at Bristol.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Hey, Mike, I know you think your truck is totally sick, but this is what I think of your precious 4x4 hang out all day with your stupid friend's truck! Push it!
And we're back here as we're pacing around after that last caution involving Judson Curtis, who's still on pit road as of right now, by the way, guys. So we're going to see here as Hunter Davis going to have to hold off John Crosby and Thomas Long sneaking his way into the top 5. Hunter Davis gets a great launch. He's going to jump to that top side. Thomas Long is going to be looking to carry momentum around the 68 and see what he can do. Judson Curtis comes out. Lap down car. He's going to be looking to get right in front of these guys.
Oh, he pulls up right in front of our leader, Hunter Davis.
I don't think anybody is going to be too fond of that. They never want to see a car like that pull up in front of them. But at the end of the day, Judson Curtis has to do everything he can to remain on the lead lap, because if another caution comes out, he's on the lead lap. He's good to go. You know, he's got to respond the way he can.
Yeah, and Tom Ringer looking to make a move on the lap car with that slowing them all down.
That's going to put Tom Ringer in the clutches of John Crosby. I don't think he's going to be able to make the pass on Hunter Davis, but he is going to be in the clutches of his beer run racing driver, John Crosby, right now. Judson Curtis setting the fastest lap right now. He's in motion. Fresh tires on that car. He is trying to check out. Hunter Davis, 32 laps on his material. Tom Ringer, 15 laps. John Crosby on the same cycle as Hunter Davis.
Absolutely. And Judson is not wanting to get passed by the leaders here, and he is pushing it hard.
Now, the question is he pushing too hard? Could he be costing himself when it comes to the tire game a little bit later on?
Yeah, absolutely. He might be, but, he's trying to hold on, hoping for a caution, just trying to stay in front of these guys.
Hunter Davis holding it down right now. Your first car any laps down is Charles Connor. He's sitting there in the P12 position, 2 laps down. So he is hoping on another caution as Thomas Long hits the wall there in the P4 position.
Yeah, Tom's looking to really make that inside work for him here. Let's see if he can hang on.
He does have fresher tires, so there is a chance he can get by, but Hunter Davis is not making it easy on him at all.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about right here for the 68 is, he does have the fresher tires, so he should have the momentum, but the 88 Hunter Davis holding him down there to the bottom line is going to make him burn up those tires. They might not get even on wear compared to each other there, but if he gets those tires hot, he's going to start getting loose and on entrance and start getting tight on exit.
Absolutely, and Tom can be a little more patient, but let's see how he plays this out.
As they're actually catching Judson Curtis a little bit more now. Again, maybe Judson decided, hey, let me not burn up my fresh set of tires. They're kind of starting to pull up to him, but top 3, all 3 different teams. And, I like to throw, the 73 getting loose, but he saves it, and he's going to hold on to that P3 position. I like to throw around this word powerhouse team, right? I like to say some guys are strong teams, and I'm gonna have to revamp that and say it's powerhouse for that race, because it always changes all the time. And right now, TRN, Rat Fink, and Beer Run Racing are kind of really putting their best foot forwards as they're holding down the top 3 positions.
Yeah, I don't want to throw shade on any other drivers, but when you talk about those 3 powerhouse teams, in my opinion, you have the 3 best drivers for the 3 best teams out there in P3. You have the 88 Hunter Davis with TRN. In my opinion, the strongest all-around driver for TRN. You have the 68 Tom Ringer, by far one of my favorites. He always comes out with good paint schemes, always has good. Just look at the color of that car. He's always running that green. Looks amazing. He's the best driver for Rat Fink. And then on Beer Run, you got John Crosby, multi-time winner for Beer Run. One of our strongest drivers, and he's running out there in P3.
And talking about those drivers again, putting a little personal aspect to it. My son's favorite driver isn't me, it's Tom Ringer, and he loves seeing that bright green machine, that metallic green machine, going out there and run races. My daughter, she originally was a different driver's favorite fan, but now she is a big person in the Beer Run Racing group. She loves the cars you guys make. She doesn't know what beer means. She's a 1-year-old, but those are her favorite people. So it's really awesome to see those paint schemes coming out, really showcasing their skill and just being amazing. And right now, Hunter Davis he's got a mirror full of just green. He's got the Hulk behind him, and I think that's what we need to start calling Tom Ringer. Tom the Hulk Ringer, man. He's there.
My oldest son, he's 12. He hangs out with me when I race. Sometimes he gets on the broadcast and he watches. And I bet you cannot guess who his favorite driver is.
If it's me, I'm going to cry.
It is the 92 of Edwin Warren.
Oh my God.
Every race,
definitely
he doesn't
my.
come and ask me where I'm at. He doesn't ask me how my race is. He walks up and he goes, "Hey, Dad, where's Edwin at? How's he doing?"
He is my favorite broadcaster. I could say live now.
That you guys just gave me a big head, and I hope tomorrow when I go into the Xfinity race, I can do your son proud. I can do you proud, Jeff. I mean, oh my gosh, that's awesome to me. I'm nobody's favorite driver, so to just have one fan out there, that makes me really happy. My own children are not my fans.
I said broadcaster, not driver.
That's true.
It's funny. Jacob Williams commented, "Jeff, give us your thoughts on who will finish first, second, third." I said, well, after I mistyped on my mouse pad, 68, 88, and 73. And Walt Stu K came in and said 68, 69, and 88. So let's see how these predictions play out. But, Hunter Davis is he's so smooth, and, I can't count out the 88 car.
If we're going to talk about predictions for race winners, if you don't have Hunter Davis in your top 3 picks, you're doing something wrong, okay? But at the same time, Brandon Hinton in the 5 machine, who has been silent all this time, who we're currently looking at on the broadcast, that's another guy you really should not count out. He is so good at methodically planning his... And I mean, look at him. He's trying to pass Crosby right now. Crosby, a guy who was in the top 3, who just got into the wall, and now Hinton's past him. Look to see that 5 car up there when we get to lap 190. I promise you he'll be there.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I don't
think
disagree with that.
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
No, you're good.
Oh, I was going to say, I think those are some really solid predictions from those guys, but I think we're going to have a little bit of a different shakeup. I'm calling 1, 2, 3, 69, 68, 88.
That's an interesting shakeup to smooth the... I mean, because the 88 is currently losing the lead to Tom Ringer right now. Hunter Davis is losing the lead because of Judson Curtis being right there. They need to get Judson Curtis out of their way, but, I mean, all 3 cars you just said are right there, right on top of each other. I mean, we could throw a blanket over that top 3.
Our producer coming out with a bold prediction saying 88, 68, and the 5, or no, sorry, the 88, the 56, and the 5 is his predictions.
And we've got a comment from Watsuke about our favorite broadcaster. And, I got to give a shout out. Christian, you might be my number 2, and Edwin may be my number 1, but, it's pretty close. I mean, I love both of you guys as broadcasters.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Edwin has made this broadcasting more fun than I could have ever imagined. I came up in here. I've broadcasted with a couple different people, and being up here with Edwin, just his insight, his humor, and just the wisdom that he has. It's just been so fun being up here. And now we got you to fill in that gap. I think we got a pretty good trio going on now.
I'm going to give a slight shade favorite to Edwin because he always talks kindly about me when I'm racing in, P15 to 20. But Christian, you're kind of my A1 plus.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. It means a lot to me.
And Watsuke just chimed in. Hunter is my favorite broadcaster. So I love me some Hunter Davis broadcasting, and he's also 6/10 back and looking to maybe take a lead here. Lap 147 and 195. Tom Ringer is pulled out in the front. He's my dark horse favorite. Hunter Davis in P2, Todd Perrott in P3, Mark Holloway and Brandon Hinton we got some people calling out Brand ahead in the YouTube feed, and let's see what the 5 can do.
Yeah,
Oh, who's calling up in the YouTube feed? I wanna hear what they're saying in the YouTube feed. What's going on over there, Jeff? What are the commentators saying?
Well, they're talking about our broadcasters, how much they love you guys. They're calling for predictions on the winner of the race.
Around 56 gets into him.
Oh, caution is out.
Caution! Looks like the 69 involved. Now I know
go and look at this.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Christian. Go ahead and say what you were saying.
Before we look at the replay, man, I'm calling it right now. You need to go pit. Go get some fresh tires, lap 150. I'm calling a pit.
And I agree with you on that, but we're gonna take a look at this replay right now because I think one of the guys we called out as someone to keep your eye on. I mean, look at here, right? So Todd Perron's under there on the leader. He hits that bump in 3 and 4. I mean, like I said, there's that bump right there. You cannot run the middle in 3 and 4. 56, his own teammate hits there, but then the 5 car, Brandon Hinton, hits a massive slide, but he saves it, doesn't hit anything. I think I'm going to have to say my predictions based off what I've seen today. I'm going to throw out a wild card guess in there, okay? And you guys are probably going to call me insane for this. I'm going to say 4 car, 73, 32. That's going to be your top 3.
That's a pretty good, call there. I mean, I 20 minutes ago said 68, 88, and 73, but I think that 73 has got a shot.
And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more about this and get more commentary from our viewers.
My girl and 2 boys, we both getting old. It won't be much longer before we in a home. We go to Walgreens, we both got bad knees. I bet you don't know much about these things. But once a month when Social Security comes, it's the only time of month where we're having fun. Yeah, we fancy like White Castles on a Tuesday night. Yeah, the double cheese slider ain't nothing much finer with some onion rings on the side too. 2 hours later, gotta go boom, get you some pinto when you get home. Gonna be in the bathroom on your own. It's a St. Louis party that we do once a month. Hey, this how we do what we do. Old life. Where my chicken? I don't know. Where it at? I don't know. Don't be too long. You know I'm fat. It sure don't forget the sides, rice and gravy.
And
Tom
we kind
Ringer
of slept on that start there, but Tom Ringer was trying to battle back. Look at him beating and banging there. Look who's there, 73, 5 car, Brandon Hinton. This is the time where you've got to crank it up because you cannot let these people get away from you. You have to get in motion. Even Jonathan Geist there in the top 5 now. They're in motion. Jeff, what are you thinking about this right now? I'm seeing a lot of craziness going on.
No, I agree. And, 30 minutes ago, I called out 68, 88, and 73. Someone asked in our YouTube feed, who are your top 3? And that's my top 3 I called out, and here we are in order.
The exact order you said, too. I think even Christian Clark, he called out these 3 guys, too, but his was a different order, and they're there. They're in motion.
Yeah, and no discount to what Brandon, Jonathan, Judson can do here, but we're going to see what happens here. I mean, we've got 38. Heck, I won't do any math right now, but we've got a few laps to go. But let's see how they pull it out. And Tom was really pulling out.
Yeah, we got a little under 35 laps here, about to be 30. I think I'm bad at math too, but they're there, and Hunter Davis is there now. Hunter Davis, do you think he might be preserving his tires to make him more of a charge towards the end of the race, or do you think this is all the speed he's got?
No, I absolutely. I mean, he is probably trying to save a little bit. I mean, these guys are playing for points in the playoffs, right? So, he's going to save and push when he needs to. And right now, I think he's in a pretty good position.
Yeah, they're battling hard right now. And I mean, they're starting to get a little gap to them. Now I'm going to look at that interval between Hunter Davis and Tom Ringer. It dropped to 0.7, back to 0.8. We've got to see if he can do any kind of damage to that gap. That's where he's going to pay off. He has to do damage to that gap. As if we look further back in the field, Jonathan Geis, who was in the top 5, he has dropped all the way down to P7 now.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, Tom here in a little bit can, pull back a little bit if he needs to. But, I mean, no discount to the guys in 4th, 5th, 6th. I mean, they have a shot here as well.
I mean, does he want to pull back? Because if we look at the telemetry right now, in about 2 laps, 2/10 are gone off of his lead from Hunter Davis. Hunter Davis is catching.
Yeah, absolutely. And, these guys are not only playing for the win, but they're playing for points, right? So, they're Tom has a little more reason to be cautious, but Hunter Davis can push a little bit on him.
Yeah, I think what we're looking at right now is I don't think Hunter's saving. I don't think he's pushing it hard either. I think Mr. Consistency is doing his thing. He's running his line. He's running his race. And he's not going to try and do anything that's going to hinder his tires or put himself in jeopardy to where he's going to get damaged, get into a wall or anything. And he's just going to let that lead slowly dwindle down until it's time for him to go and just going to try and make the pass whenever he can.
So one thing about racing is you don't pick your nickname in this world, right? And you guys know that we don't pick the nicknames we want. We get the nicknames based off our racecrafts. I'm Wreckham Warren. We all know that. But I think we have a couple nicknames to coin here. Tom the Hulk Ringer, Hunter Davis, Mr. Consistency, John Crosby. John Crosby, I got to figure out one for him. But Brandon Hinton is the guy of Mr. Where did he come from? So we got to figure out some more. What were we saying?
Absolutely.
I said John Crosby. I'm going to start calling him Happy Dad.
Happy Dad is a pretty good, and Wreckham Warren is kind of a love relationship with some of us, and we may comment on it.
Wait, hold on. No,
we got to
cut you off. 73
Caution.
Spinning from P3.
Oh, there goes my favorite for P3.
He looped it right there. He's in front of Judson Curtis. Let's see what happened here. He gets towards the wall, and then we're coming down the backstretch, and guess what? Let's just call it out. The bump of turn 3.
Oh.
And and Judson just kind of ran up and just didn't give him a break there.
That's hard because the caution hasn't come out yet, so it's hard to lift when you're in that position.
Yeah, but the 73, I mean, he was loose, and then just kind of seemed like the 35. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have enough time because the way Bristol is when you're looking out the front windshield, you can't tell that distance right there where that car's loose. He doesn't see him. He doesn't know he's loose. So I'm going to retract my statement. It's not that he didn't cut him a break. It's that he genuinely didn't see him. The way the banking works here, he just didn't see him. And then next thing he knows, that car is there and he gives him a tap. And at that point, you can either slam on the brakes and spin yourself, or you could slow down, tap him, let him spin out, and hold your position. That's pretty much all you can do.
I got to give credit where credit's due, though. On that replay, you look and you see John Crosby, he gets loose, he gets the bump from the 35, and that kind of just seals the deal. That car, I think, was lost anyways. But the way he was able to lock up those brakes and keep that truck from going into the wall was I mean, just my hat off to him for being able to save that truck.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I mean, it's hard to save a car here at Bristol with how tight this track is. So for him to do that, that was a pretty good deal. And based off the ticker on the side, guys, is it me or did 3 people stay out?
Yeah, I think so. I think Mark Holloway and Chuck Burley, they ended up staying out. Our producer called out the 56 for being up there. Somebody called out the 4 for being up there. Uh, I think that's our last opportunity to pit right there. If you stayed out on tires and a caution comes out here late, I don't know if they're going to end up having enough time to go in, get tires, and get back out there and move back up.
Now, the 67 was the lucky dog, and he chose to stay out, so that's going to automatically drop him to the back. But it does look like the 4 car and the 56 are there, and I mean, you know, they've got the winningest driver behind them, and they've got the Hulk right behind him, so they've got their work cut out right now.
Pace car in.
Mark Holloway, beautiful jump. He's going to hold on to that position. They're 3 wide for P2. Oh, and they collide. 88, 68 together.
Oh. Caution will be out. Again, yes.
The scream of again. That's crazy. Now, Hunter Davis, aggressive move here, gets through. Oh, 68 just comes up. I mean, he's looking to run his line. He's expecting that car to be a little higher. I can't fault him for that. I mean, he's just expecting the 88 to be a tad bit higher, and he wasn't. And that's where it comes from right there. That's where that incident comes from. Well, I think, guys, you know, Christian and you, Jeff, I think both our brackets of top 3s are busted right now. But we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and discuss that a little bit more.
Try to make friends.
Want a Dorito? Hey everyone! The new containing out Doritos!
Doritos?
You make friends.
And there's your beautiful baby.
Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
Okay, Jerry, once again, everyone's Doritos have mysteriously disappeared from the break room. Now, I realize this is a workplace, and I don't want to sound like I'm accusing you.
How dare you?
Okay.
That hurts, Steve. That hurts right here. And you know what? I don't have time to sit here and play detective. Some of us have work to do. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Outrageous.
Pace car in. Mark Holloway with a pretty great jump there on Judson Curtis and Chuck Burley, my number 4 car. I apologize to him for last night over and over again. And hopefully he can. Caution's out.
And here we are. Cautions breeding cautions. Cautions are going to keep breeding cautions. Tom Ringer is out of this race, but we're going to take a look at the replay here. 73 underneath the 5 car right there. They're 3 wide. They go back into the corner. 73 just loops it, too much momentum into the corner. That's not that bump. Doesn't hit a wall. He got lucky. Caution came out because he's on the racing surface, kind of. But yeah, he got lucky. That could have been a very bad moment for him.
You know, as we're coming here, that caution coming out late, I think these guys are just getting some of those late race jitters. You know, getting fresh tires going out there, cold tires. It is not a hot track, but it is a tough technical track. So those cold tires, those high bankings, and just trying to push it really hard. I feel like we might end up seeing 1 or 2 more of those.
And keep it going on the YouTube feed, Mr. Watts 2K. Let's see what you have to say.
And as these guys are squaring back up, now we've got a new race leader. He hasn't been up front all race. Judson Curtis, he's been around the front and has led laps. And then you've got Chuck Burley sitting in P3 with Thomas Long, Brandon Hinton, Jonathan Geis, Hunter Davis, Brian Souza, and Charles Connor, and then Todd Perrott. So we're going to run through our top 10 real quick. I think anybody who's starting in an odd number or an even number is going to have a real good chance at getting towards the front. But they've got to push. I mean, we're under 10 to go. You've got to put pedal to the metal and throw caution to the wind at this point.
And Watts 2K on YouTube called out the 35 as his pick for the race leader winner. So let's see if he's correct.
As we're coming through the corners, and the pace car should be dipping off in the next corners. And there he goes, as Mark Holloway's going to have to get it done here in the restart zone. He jumps early. He's going to get out almost in front of 35. He's in front of the 35 now. He's going to go up to that high line and is going to run whatever line he so chooses now, as he controls every corner. If I'm in the position of the 56, I'm running up high every single lap now. 23 down low in pace. 35's not making it easy. He's there to the inside. Can he make the pass? They do have a difference in tires. Judson Curtis, 13 laps, and he is now to the point. He is hauling.
Coming down 5 to go, we do got some good battles throughout the field. I mean, you got the 5 car. He's looking to try and catch up, hopefully make a pass. The 32, he gets a little loose, but is able to save it. You got the 67 trying to make a pass on the 23 back there for 7th place. I mean, these guys are fighting tooth and nail throughout the field.
Judson's
Absolutely.
kind of checking out right now, man. He's in motion. He even got Todd Perrott. He's not putting him a lap down again.
And Watts 2K called out Judson 35 for his winner with 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go now at the line.
But we still got some surprise 2nd place and 3rd place guys, you know. And if I remember correctly, Mark Holloway is in the playoffs. I'm going to have to double check the playoffs for these guys. That's going to be serious points implications for these guys.
There we go, our race winner for this week's playoff race, the 35 Judson Curtis, leading 44 laps, bringing it home. Our 2nd place winner, the 56 of Mark Holloway, Rat Fink's own,
and followed by him in third place, another Rat Pink driver, the 4 of Chuck Burley. Brandon Hinton bringing it up in fourth, and Hunter Davis finishing off the top 5.
And we've got a third place finisher here, Chuck Burley. You're coming in here. Where did you come from, Chuck? Where did you come from, sir, to finish in that P3 position?
I was just biding my time. I didn't have speed. I was about half second off the leaders, but I think just attrition more than anything, and just kept my truck clean the whole race. So that was my goal: stay clean and then see where I ended up, and it worked out for me, I think.
You know, we see you come into these races, you carry a lot of speed, you carry a lot of consistency. It seems like your season, this current season, has kind of been plagued with a little bit of bad luck, unfortunate incidents, getting taken out of races, man. Being here in the playoffs, getting this top 3 finish, you know, getting that third place. What does that mean for you coming out here in these playoffs, battling with all these guys and finishing as well as you did tonight?
It gives me hope, because I think the main issue for me is just I'm not familiar with these. I'm not that great in these trucks, to be honest with you. First season in trucks, so I'm learning as I go. But running with these guys helps you learn quick. So hopefully that pays off for me. Just keep at it, right?
Great finish, Chuck, and sorry for last night, but that was pretty awesome for third place.
Awesome, thank you, appreciate it.
Good finish by our third place driver, Chuck Burley. Now with us is our second place finisher, the 56 Rat Fink driver, Mark Holloway. Man, Mark, you led 14 laps. You decided to make a strategy call there. You stayed out. You had a little bit older tires than the trucks around you, man. Walk me through, was that your plan coming into this race? Were you trying to see what all you could get out of your tires, or was it just kind of opportunity and you were feeling good?
Todd spun out. It gave me a little bit of damage, but it helped me make the turns a little better. So I just stayed out.
You know, Mark, I was thoroughly surprised to see you come out there and finish up front. And you were kind of my underdog pick there, and you proved me right, man. Your consistency level is crazy. What goes through your mind through a whole race to stay that consistent and make sure you stay on track with what you're doing?
I don't know. I just try to do my best. That's all. That's about it. Just trying hard. That's all.
Congrats, Mark. I really love the spelling of your name with a C. That is also my middle name, and congrats for the second place finish.
Thank you.
Any shout outs you got tonight?
Shout out to Ratfin.
Okay, here we go. I got $25 for that trophy. I keep spending on restarts. We're gonna buy that trophy for you guys.
All right, sounds good.
Judson Curtis, man, you up and down race for you, man. How was that race at Bristol? Because I know Bristol ain't an easy track.
It's stressful. We've already got the beers pouring to relieve it.
I'm all for pouring the beers for it, man. You had a gnarly of a moment. There was a point where you were under threat to get lapped by the leaders, and out of nowhere, you still pulled it out to get a race win.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The pit road entries here, I'm not used to them. I jacked it up, I think, every time I came down tonight, but I somehow jacked it up and came out right in front of them and before we went green there, and I legit thought the race was over there, but tried to stay in front of them as cleanly as I could, and it paid off. So we'll take it I think I got into the back of maybe John, the 73 there. I can't really remember. I gave him a little tap there, and after he got a little bit loose there in front of me. So if that was John, I apologize. Obviously didn't mean to turn him like that.
Yeah, it's just hard racing, this track. It's when somebody gets loose in front of you, you just really don't have enough time to react. It's just one of those things. It's Bristol short track racing, man. But, seeing you out there, your Bush's Baked Bean truck, man, I think that truck might be doing you some favors. But that Louisiana truck, man, I mean, you might want to start running that because I think you're on fire, dude.
I think so, man. The spice level's been kicked up a notch, so we may have to do that.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations on your win, man.
I appreciate it, fellas. Thanks for putting it all on. I enjoyed every time.
Well, that is going to do it for us tonight. Edwin, man, a great broadcast. It's always fun being up here in the booth. Jeff, man, killing it. Love it. Just enjoying everything about you being up here, dude. Yeah, just great racing tonight by all the guys and great broadcast. Thank you to Damon for putting on the broadcast, Demon Productions. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, you wrapped it up pretty well there. Jeff, any final comments there on the race?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, great race. I mean, Tyler Waltz had prediction Watts 2K of our race winner, but my favorite two broadcasters were here with me tonight, and I love you guys giving me the chance to do talk with you.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you for coming in here and giving it a shot, and actually, might be taking my job here pretty soon. You keep doing this good, but appreciate all the guys that are watching the broadcast. I love to see that you guys are putting in the comments and talking with us and all that. So I hope everybody has a good night, and don't forget to join us again for the next playoff race. We have Wednesday ARCAs, Fridays Next Gen. We got Legacy Trucks Saturday, but tomorrow night is going to be Xfinity. Join us for that one. It's going to be awesome.
And again, just like Christian said, he wrapped it up perfectly. Christian Clark, thank you. Jeff, thank you. Damon, thank you. All the viewers, thank you. DSI Racing, thank you for giving us all this opportunity to do this. See ya.